It's July the 29th, 2019. 72-year-old Conrad Whitlock leaves his home in Melbourne at about 3 a.m. and drives towards Mount Buller. His car is found on the side of the road at a tight hairpin bend just 6 kilometres from the summit of the mountain.
Hiking through Mount Buller's bushland and searching from the sky, specialist police look for Conrad Whitlock.
No trace is ever found of Conrad. His wife Mandy can't explain why her husband stopped at such an unlikely spot.
The tail of the car was only a metre or so off the road, and to me that was unusual. It was like he stopped suddenly. If he'd really intended to park properly, he would have pulled right off the road. It just seemed strange because one more turn up the road and there's the great big maintenance area where they park the snow clearing machinery. It just seemed really, really strange, the way he stopped and where he stopped.
Ian, Vich, does this case seem a little odd in terms of just how this car was found?
It certainly is strange that he wasn't parked properly, but also on a hairpin bend. He left all his equipment in the car. So it's very strange. Had he gone off the side of the road and walked himself further into trouble, you'd expect at some point he would have stopped or been located. So it's like, where has he gone? Has there been any human interaction to get him out of there?
The other thing is, if he put the car there, what was he thinking at the time? If there was some sort of erratic mental thinking in relation to that.
Maybe something has happened from a psychological point of view. Conrad had been having these headaches, and I believe that he'd been looking up on the computer about amnesia and about MRIs and scans.
On the day of Conrad Whitlock's disappearance, Bruce McCormack was driving a bus on the same Mount Buller road.
I saw the car when I first came up the mountain about 8 o'clock that morning.
An hour later, Bruce was on his way back down the mountain. 10 kilometres past Conrad's abandoned car, he encountered a man stumbling along the road.
I was driving the bus and he staggered out in front of me.
Can you describe him? Did it fit the description of Conrad?
Yeah, he had grey hair and a grey type of jacket, but when you're driving a bus along the road, someone staggers out in front of you, and I didn't have a lot of time to sort of it was more interested to see where I was going to end up, if you know what I mean.
Oh, an extraordinary moment, I can understand. But when you think back, the man that you saw, do you think he was distressed?
I thought he was just drunk because he just staggered out on the Richmond Road. He was walking on the side of it. So that's, yeah, he just looked a bit uneasy on his feet, and I didn't know whether he was going to keep coming across the road to me or not.
Bruce reported his encounter to police. His description matched Conrad Whitlock, except the clothes he was wearing. No trace of Conrad was ever found. Who the man was on the mountain that day remains a mystery.